Hello everybody, Chris Eden Green here, and looks like the USA campaign's levelling up. Okay, so it's, where are we now? It's just gone 20 past 11 on Thursday the 14th of October 2021, and the campaign's now standing at £10,003.57, which, whew, I didn't think we'd get past £5,000, let alone 10 grand, so to everyone who's given, thank you, and continues to keep giving, again, thank you. So what this means is it allows us to cover not just the Jones & Laughlin Porter switchers, the 040 saddle tanks, but it also allows us to cover the Mount Washington Cogs steam fleet and the Forney 044s of the main narrow gauge. So again, to everyone who's given so far, thank you very much indeed. It's a huge, huge, huge milestone, so thank you. But it's not over yet. So anyone who thinks, oh, I don't need to give to his campaign, my work's done, there's still a long way to go before we can reach all of the milestones that we'd like to reach, that we set out to reach. Just to reiterate, if we reach £15,000, we'll also be able to cover the Denver and Rio Grande Mikados and the classic American 440s. For £20,000, we'll be able to cover all of these plus the Shays, and for £30,000, we'll be able to add on the Big Boys, Berkshires, however Americans like to say it, and produce a special on Sierra Railway number 3. Okay, so I thought I'd give everyone an update on the situation, and because there's a few things which have been happening which I think perhaps you ought to be made aware of. Now, some of you have been asking me about other types of locos that they would like to see us cover, but we haven't included in the shortlist. Most notably, the Reading and Northern Railway T1 484s. Now, I did look into the T1s when I was costing this whole thing up, but at the time, none of them were in operation, and as of this video, none of them are still in operation. People are forever telling me that there's 2 which are under renovation and should be returning to service next year, but knowing what locomotive restorations can be like, you know, taking longer than expected, longer than anticipated, I thought best play it safe and, you know, cover stuff which is more likely to be in operation in 2022. However, I think I stressed this in the £5,000 update video I did back in July. What we can do, if we get above £30,000, is we can take a review on what other types of locos we could realistically try to cover in the same way that we are setting out to cover the ones on our shortlist, you know, in terms of practicality, cost, interest, history. Is there enough sort of discourse to be said about it, whether it's good discourse or bad discourse? And, you know, just work from there. And if there is just 1 or even 2 Reading and Northern T1s in operation in 2022, we can take those into account. Another thing that's been doing the rounds recently, which I think you should be aware of, it's come to my attention recently that there have been some people who have been spamming other people's YouTube comments with full details of the campaign copied and pasted from the website. And some of the people who've had their YouTube comments spammed have assumed that that spamming has been coming from me. Now, I want to reassure to those people, no, it hasn't been me. I have spoken to the guy who's done it and asked him to tone it down. Look, guys, I appreciate getting the word out there, but please don't spam other people's YouTube comments. Leave them alone. You know, it's not something I endorse in any way. So if you're going to get the word out there, great, please do. But try and be a bit more discreet about it if you can, please. I'd like to take this moment again to thank everybody who's been plugging the campaign, who's been giving to the campaign, who's been sharing it around with their friends, who's been coming forward with messages offering me help and offering me advice and all the rest of it. So, you know, this isn't going to be easy. Even when we get out there, it's going to be a struggle. But, you know, if the help that we've received so far is anything to go by, it looks like we could really smash this. We could really make something that's truly epic. By steam locos in profile standards, anyway. I know it's never going to be that good. I know things have been going up in price a lot recently. You know, the fuel crisis over here has been stupid. The fuel crisis in America before then, I know it's been difficult for some of you guys. But, you know, to everyone who has still been able to give to this campaign, thank you, because that just means a lot. But remember, it's not over yet. If you'd like us to do more, then the thing to do is to keep giving what you can when you can by the 31st of March, because that's when the deadline is. I guess we'll see how things go from here. In the meantime, thanks very much for tuning in, thanks very much for supporting, and hopefully we can make the 10th anniversary of Steam Locos in Profile even better than what it's already setting up to be. So, yeah, thanks again everybody, and I guess I'll see you in the next update video when we get there. Take care of yourselves.